Are you a sensitive, intuitive person who's working on boundaries? If so, let's have a chat about it because I am too. This is Krishanti with Krishanti.com, when we talk about everything related to psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. And a big thing on that spiritual personal growth path is the issue of boundaries. If you're here and you're a sensitive person, I bet you anything that you have healing abilities and that you are a healer. Now, healers come from all walks of life. They're not necessarily branded as shamans or healers or doctors even. Healers are your teachers and mothers and janitors and hairdressers and so many different things, like artists and architects. And I mean, just the healers are from all walks of life. But if you're sensitive and you're having a problem with boundaries, I think a big part of why that could be is that you have that healing ability and you genuinely want to help others. And whether or not you advertise that, like, with a branded t-shirt and hat or whatever, people sense it and they're attracted to you because of what they feel you can give, because of whatever medicine you have. Now, that's one of the things that's going on with boundaries. There are a myriad of others, and they're all very different based on your life experience, what you went through as a child, how you were programmed, how you were conditioned, etc., etc. But if you're feeling like it's too much and people are really kind of taking advantage and not listening to you when you say, please do it like this, like, please don't text me, please email me, or please treat me like this, or please can we reserve this for that. If people aren't respecting that, then you do need to work on the boundary thing. And what I'm discovering and learning is that if it's a big thing you have to learn, you'll keep getting a lot of those cases like thrown at you, and then you'll just consider them opportunities to get better and better and better. Now, as I'm talking about this and you are thinking about ways in which you feel like your boundaries aren't strong enough or people are taking advantage, please share in the comments below, because I really want to know what's going on and how you're coping with it. And other people do too. Those of us who are having issues with boundaries, like, we need to help each other out here. But what I'm sensing too is, like, you can get through one level and then be served another and then another. And once you get to the place where where the work is kind of solidified, then you can, it's like a non-issue. Like, you don't even think about it. You're like, this is my boundary, don't cross it. And people don't go there. But what is really interesting is solar plexus chakra, like right here, that's one of the big places where people can come in and get your energy, and you can feel that uncomfortability in your gut. So one of the big things that helps with enforcing boundaries is strengthening your solar plexus. And how do you do that? Well, my friends, at Krishanti.com, I have a library of guided, channeled energy healings. They're healings. And they're cheap. And you can lay down, listen to this guided energy healing, and heal your solar plexus chakra, heal any areas that you need to work on with forgiveness, do all these different things. There's a heart healing meditations. There's a whole bunch of those things that help. And you can do that, but there are also so many other things. I'm just promoting that because I'm making this video. But there are a lot of ways, like hypnosis is a good way, regular therapy too. But I love the energy approach because I can really start to feel it working. So there was a boundary issue earlier this year that took me a couple of weeks to iron out, and then to finally realize, okay, this person is not, it's not someone I really want in my life because of the way they treat me, really. That was one. And then it was like, okay, and then just yesterday there was another one where I'm feeling better about it, and it's only been 30 hours after that. And it's like, okay, I had every right to be the way I was. That person was clearly crossing a boundary and taking advantage. And in that particular instance, I actually chose not to reply or respond at all, which is unlike me because I love to have a good conversation. But it was like, wait, no, I'm not going to get anything out of this. Like, it's going to be boundaries X2, you know, if I start explaining myself. And that was, you know, guys, I got to be honest with you. Some of this stuff with boundaries, I didn't even realize I was doing and letting people kind of take advantage and be unkind until I had a reading. And I'm not promoting readings. I'd actually prefer you to get a $15 meditation than pay for a, you know, $450 reading, because I feel like more people can be helped more with like the meditation process, you know, because that actually does help. But I had a reading and with someone I love and trust very much, very deeply, and she said, you know, you don't have to say why. You can say, this doesn't work for me. And you can own that. Like, you have every right to say that. And I was like, I do? I have a right to not tell you why and just say it doesn't work for me? So I'm learning here. But I think as we are all learning and growing, the most important thing is to be gentle with ourselves and to know that, like, sometimes in this boundary making process, we will make mistakes. I've been checking out with the I Ching too. I'm like, did I behave right? Did I say something that was inappropriate? Am I acting like a jerk? Or it was that like the right, you know, because I'm trying to learn, like I'm trying to make sure that, you know, and it feels like, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to make sure that this isn't like another lesson I need to learn. And it really is about my value and worth and boundaries. And what's coming through is, yes. And then there's education on like, okay, here's an elegant way to enforce this boundary. And you could have dealt with this way. You know what I mean? It's so interesting, but it's fun. It's something to work on. And then when we have progress, it's like really awesome too. But just remember that it's that people sense what you've got if you're sensitive, and they treat you they might treat you a little bit differently too. So you want to be aware of that and protect yourself. Make sure your energy is strong and that you're taken care of. So check out those meditations at krishanti.com because they help. I love them. Like I'll do these meditations and it will actually clear up some gnarly stuff. And I think that sums it up for this video. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.